Peace and blessings. Glory, glory to the eternal, forever living God. Blessed be the day that the Lord has given all of us. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Because it's what you make of it. It really is. You know what I'm saying? It's what you make of it, good or bad. It's all just like the power of life and death. It's in the power of your hands, just like it rests on your tongue. But for this show right here for today, I want to try to give our sister right here a little bit of enlightenment. For some reason, all I heard on the internet for the last 2 to 3 weeks is black men don't like black women. Black men don't date black women. That's all I've been hearing from the sisters. But I want you to hear her, then I'm going to come back, and then I have to address some of the things that she said. Because it's a serious topic.
To be a man to begin with before you can put the alpha in front of it. And newsflash, once you get the being a man part down pat, you won't need to put an alpha in front of it. When are you going to stop channeling all the rejection you receive from the rest of the world onto me when I say no? When are you going to stop believing that because you don't get to have a voice on the job, against the police, to the bill collector, to your landlord, or even amongst your friends because you don't know how to advocate for your own emotional safety, that you get to silence my voice? When are you going to stop unleashing all the anger pent up inside of you onto me? Talking about I'm emasculating you when you get on your knees for capitalism every chance you get. When are you going to stop being mad at me because the systemic structures strategically put me on a path to outpace you, even when I still make space for you? When are you going to stop killing off the only lifeline you got? Answer me. And I'm not asking why, because the type of men I have to ask why always have answers routinely rooted in patriarchy and white male dominance theory. And Frantz Fanon might have been right about y'all specifically with your black skins and your white masks. I'm done asking why, I'm asking you when. How long is it going to take for you to realize we are all you got? How long is it going to take for you to wield your influence on each other and the women that need your approval for the betterment of the whole of the group? How long until you realize that you will continue to suffer at a much greater degree at that, the longer you refuse to work in tandem with us? Because no matter what them white folks tell you, I hate to break it to you, you were never designed to work on top of us. Our people are not built like that. And the mishandling and denigration of black women is contrary to the concept of creation itself and antithetical to the aspect of acquiring abundance. You think I'm just talking pretty? Let me prove it to you. Black women are the reason we survived chattel slavery. It was our agricultural skill sets passed down from matriarchs in the motherland that allowed us to meet the demands of the industry. Our reproductive labor prevented Negroes from going extinct. Our medicine fought off illness and infection when old master would have left you for dead and then beat you for dying. Black women taught an entire generation of black people how to read after slavery. Black women organized and executed every mainstream boycott that you can think of. Black washerwomen organized to get some respect on their names so they could bring in some extra income to support the household they still had to run when they got off of work to take care of you and your kids. Black women taught black kids how to protect themselves physically and mentally as they integrated school so they could keep going to school and make something out of themselves and make something out of your sacrifice. Black women have been working polls, doing voter registration and education since the civil rights. 92% of black women voted for a presidential candidate that had a plan for black men, while 22% of you argued about whether or not.
So let me stop her. Let me stop her right now. I'm listening to what she's saying, but let me give my additives. Now, it was the sisters that went on the campaign saying that they don't need no man, and they strong black and independent women for the last 30 years. It was our sisters that picked up the feminine movement that's for white women. That was them. A lot of the breakups between the black family, you just can't put that all solely on the man like that. You can't, because as much as we as men, we have flaws, y'all have flaws as well. So you can't sit up here and say, oh, we so perfect. You talking about women that come from a different time period than you do now. Now, if you compared women from the 1960s to 2026, there is no comparisons in the two. They don't even look the same, because the women from the 60s was more holier. Not saying they're holier than now, but they were more holier women. They knew their place. They knew how to put a man ahead of them instead of them trying to be the damn man. But continue.
She was black, refused to listen to D.L. Hughley when he made his mistakes, and pledged your allegiance to somebody who signed their name on a check they did not want to give you anyway. We show up for you. We are your army. And you shoot us down like enemies and treat it like it's friendly fire, and your mama ought to be shamed. For all this technology to be developed so we don't have to walk around like cavemen, for you to resort to your brute strength under the weight of your emotions, to forcibly extract dominance where you can
But that's the men that y'all raised by yourselves. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit up here and act like we the whole problem. Like you said that y'all are army. We y'all army. We love y'all. We not going nowhere, and we not no sorry Negroes that put our hands on women, that mistreat women, that cheat on women, that do all of these things to a woman. We don't do women like that. So you can't put us in the same category. Is it the fact that a lot of y'all pick sorry ass people to be with? So you don't pick a man, you run from a man and you run to the boy? I don't know.
Not naturally find it is weak. It should tell you that you cannot naturally dominate black women. And for men who will do anything not to appear weak to another man, to regularly exhibit weak behavior around women is questionable. We are in the middle of a revolution and you are showing us your...
We don't denigrate our women. You would never catch a brother sitting up there denigrating a black woman when my mama is a black woman and all my sisters is black women. My grandma, come on now. That don't even make no sense. But there is a certain particular man that y'all raised that hate y'all. You cannot get that confused with a brothers like us. We love our people. We love our family. We love our women. We wouldn't change that for nothing in the world. Continue.
Too scary to show up where it counts. Do you know why black women were so integral to the civil rights movement? It wasn't just because we were black too and experiencing all the racial terror and disenfranchisement. It was because we were getting raped.
Then why so many of y'all nowadays, y'all like white men? Y'all choose white men over us. We not mad about it. We not crying about it. You know what I'm saying? We not mad about it and we not crying about it. But all black people have horrible experiences in relationships at one point in their life. At one point, you got to find the right person. We're not going to lump all of our sisters, all of our sophisticated, all of our smart, all of our honorable sisters. We're not going to put that woman next to a hoochie mama. We know what the difference is between a good black woman and a hoochie mama. A scammer sister to a good woman. So when you sit here and you talk about your speech, you're talking about a small demographic of black men. They don't represent all of us like that, sis. Sorry, they don't. And we love y'all. We need y'all. Any black man running around here talking about he love a white woman, that means that he believe in self-genocide. That's what he's saying to you. I believe in me destroying my race. That's what he's telling you. Same thing with a sister. You cannot put us in the same category with somebody. You should know a smart brother from a dumb brother. A brother that worked to a brother that constantly go to jail. A hardworking brother to a gangster. It's all different types of us. But for some reason, y'all all pick the same type of man. And then y'all wonder why they treat y'all so wrong. But then the good brother, you slam the door on the good brother. The brother that's going to treat you right. The brother that's not going to leave your side. The brother that's always going to fight for you. You don't even want him. But then you want to put us all in the same category. A real black man, we'd never give up on our sister, because to give up on our sister is to give up on our own people. We love our people. We not the black men out here shooting and robbing and killing other black folk. We not doing that.
Economic intimidation and lynching affected everybody, and a lot of people don't talk about it, but systemic racialized sexual violence against black women endured well past enslavement.
And we don't like that. And we want to protect y'all. We want to put all our love on y'all. We like marrying y'all, but y'all be divorcing us. You know what I'm saying? We love marrying our sisters, but y'all divorce us at a high ass rate because y'all have the mind of all the other women and y'all not like they are.
It wasn't just about empowerment and access to resources. It was about agency and access to safety. But don't play with me. You've always known black women face sexual violence from white people on top of facing it from you. So if you knew that the whole time, I have to ask you, is it envy? Are you so willing to dispose of us because you know exactly how much we've been through, but can't?
We'll never dispose of y'all. We need y'all. As much as I can't even be a full human being without my soulmate with me, with my girl, my wife. I can't even be a complete person without that other person like that. So I brought the army with me today, and we're going to show you, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all type of things that men are doing wrong. It's all type of things that black men are doing wrong, but not all of us. So, you know me, I'm Jehoshaphat Israel. I brought the whole army with me. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to break these things down for you. And I don't even got to say nothing. You just going to listen to your sisters because they going to tell you what y'all doing. You not innocent. You know what I'm saying? You're not perfect and you're not innocent. Without no flaws, We accept y'all with all y'all flaws. Just like y'all accept us with all our flaws. It's just the fact that you got to find the right person for you. Not all black men are the same. Just like we understand that not all sisters are the same. But let's get more into this.
I'm sorry. I don't care what you know. You can call yourself doctor, you can call yourself lawyer, you can call yourself accountant, you can call yourself physical therapist. I don't give a damn what you call yourself. If you don't know how to keep a man and keep a home, you're going to be a sad woman with your doctor self and your lawyer self.
See, the majority of young women, they're not taught how to be a real woman to a man. The majority of young women nowadays don't even know a real man when they see one. They run after the boy. Why they run after the boy? Because they chasing a dream. So most good men get left on the side. We're not even messed with like that by a sister. You know what I'm saying? Because she's too busy running out chasing the bad dude. Now, a majority of women nowadays don't even know how to keep a man. You know what I'm saying? Keep a man. Am I saying that all men are good? No. Half of us are evil. Half of us are ruthless. Half of black men will sell their own daughters into prostitution. I kid you not. Half of black men will sell poison to another black man just so he can have some money in his pocket. The other black men, the other brothers out there, they just killing all the other brothers. So you can't, I'm not sitting up over here saying that, oh, we black men, we perfect. Hell nah, we not. But the ones that has been for their families, the ones that's walking the straight, narrow path, y'all don't want them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like the bad. Remember, this is what y'all told us. Y'all want the bad boys. So then you live a dysfunctional life. Now you back saying that we abuse y'all. Hold up, that's only half of us. But what about the half of sisters that do the same thing to black men? That don't get talked about at all. Let's continue.
There are Jezebels and there are witches in the church that are pastors, that are leaders of the church. Listen, ladies, stop listening to these feminists spewing their ideology to you in the church. If it contradicts and goes against God's word, stop listening to those people. This is why you need to study your Bible yourselves. They know you have not studied your Bible. They know you are weak. They know you are vulnerable. They know you're in pain. They know that you are hurting. They know that you're not happy. And they are telling you to go choose your happiness. They're spewing their narcissism at you. They're cultivating narcissists in the church. Men, listen. You as well. Some of y'all have mommy issues. Some of y'all were abandoned by your mother. Some of y'all had a narcissistic mother that was never there for you emotionally. These Jezebels and these succubus are waiting at the church doors as well to get you, to snatch you up. They are feeding everything that you wanted to hear. Do you understand me? They're coddling and comforting you and your sin and your pain. What demons do, what did the serpent do? Here, eat the fruit, right? Then when you bite on it, guess what? You have sinned against God. These succubus, these Jezebels don't care if you leave your families. They don't care if you leave your wives. They don't care if you leave your husbands, right? They want you to sin. They want to bring you down to hell. Why? Demons are going to hell and they want to bring anyone else with them. It is so disgusting. It is so disheartening to see people that are broken, that are vulnerable. These young folk are very vulnerable, right? They've never.
So the other sister, she talked about the 1960s and how women were. They not like that. It's not that many women that act like that anymore. Far as in overall, y'all put down the civil act laws and rules and marching with your man and your brother and your uncle and your cousin, and y'all picked up that feminine movement so y'all can be more independent for yourselves. So this is the aftermath of y'all separating yourselves from us being together. So you can't just sit here and blame black men. Thank you, sister, for coming to the show today. Thank you for coming to the show.
Real statistical reasons why black women can't find an equally yoked partner. One, the demographic imbalance. For every 100 single black women, there's 85 single black men. One. Let's talk about the education economic disparities, right? Black women are getting degreed out. Black men are not following that same narrative, right? Then you have the cultural and historical factors. Let's keep it real. All the way back from our black family dynamic has been completely decimated, demised, and shattered, and dismantled all the way back from centuries of what? Slavery, segregation, and systemic disruption that still exists. And I have to say this. stigma and stereotypes, but back to media, has put out this narrative that Black women are not wanting to be married because we're independent. Well, I'm a Black woman that's very successful, and I'm interdependent, and I'm very soft when it comes to my man. I'm actually soft when it comes to men in general. Even with my playfulness of bantering and interacting, I don't have to try. That's how I naturally am.
To check themselves, because I hear this all the time from men. They be like, bro, women don't take no accountability. So what was it like for you to say, I'm gonna take accountability, I'm tough?
I had to look myself in the mirror. It was argument after argument. And the arguments was the exact same argument of, let me lead. You know what I'm saying? It can't be two head of the household, And once I got into my Bible, once I got into my word, it was like, let that man lead. It was the same argument, repeat all the time.
But that's the problem. Sisters sit up here and pick a man that can't lead them. Am I saying that all sisters do that? No, because some sisters know a good thing when they got it. But then women have been taught, oh, you only got so many years before you hit the wall. So y'all run through a lot of different men. And the good man that you should have had got, you know you should have picked that good man. You let him go to chase the dream. That's what y'all on right now. But it can only be one leader. You know what I'm saying? It can only be one leader, one protector, it can be more providers and stuff like that. But when it comes to leading, the average Black sister, the Black woman doesn't want to be led. She wants to lead herself because that's what she's been programmed for the last 30 years. Take it back to the 60s. Did not our grandmothers and mothers chose the welfare check over the family? That's disruption in the Black family. You know what I'm saying? All of those things happen, right? Y'all can't say they didn't happen to why things are the way that they are now. You can't say that. They chose a paycheck over a family. You know what I'm saying? She chose the paycheck over her family. They could have all struggled together. If they was going to starve together, they was going to starve together. If they was going to be poor together, they was going to be poor together. But when our women start getting attacked, in a way like, well, I'll give you more, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. That was all a ploy to destroy us. Because without us, ain't no you. Without you, ain't no us. We know that. You know what I'm saying? We are fighting for our people. It's just the fact that there's so much damn confusion going around. Continue, sister.
The same thing over and over and over. It was us clashing like this. Why? Because I was wanting to run things, because that's what I was taught to do. But then when I realized it was affecting my marriage, and I didn't want to be a single mom, and I wanted my kids to have a different life from me. I wanted them to have a mom and dad in the house. It was like I had to tighten up. It was like, if you want this thing, close your mouth. Close your mouth. And I know a lot of women is like, hey, we living in a day now where.
So is that what the problem is? The sisters, they don't know how to humble themselves before a man. I am a man, and I'm telling you right now, our sisters don't even know how to talk to a man. Too scared. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they're already owed something. So there can only be one leader. You know what I'm saying? Which one is it? The majority of sisters I see, they will go pick a man that they gonna lead that man. A real man doesn't want to be led by nobody. I don't want to be led by nobody. I'll lead my own damn self. That's the problem in the relationships. But from what you said, y'all innocent and y'all do no harm.
It's a lot of the type of energy, a lot of I ain't gonna go there, but my marriage was what was important. My children was important. Them living in a 2-parent household was important. And if me closing my mouth is gonna save it, I'm gonna close my mouth.
Thank you, sister, for coming to the show today. So many different females will not understand that. They gonna want to fuss with a man. They gonna want to argue with a man. They gonna want to belittle a man. They gonna want to demasculate a man. They gonna want to assert some authority, some make-believe authority over a damn man, and then wonder why they don't got a man. What did Louis Farrakhan say? He said, if you a woman and you ain't got no man, you're gonna be miserable for the rest of your life. There is nothing anybody can do to change that. That's a principle of structure of a law. You know what I'm saying? Given by God. You know what I'm saying? God said it's a woman's job to be a helpmeet towards a man. It's the man's job to lead the family and protect them and provide for them. But let's keep this going.
want it? Yeah, they basically have ended marriage in the black community. Nobody will get married to them. They abort half the babies, so they don't have to have children any longer. If a man does make a mistake and marry one, 85% of them then file for divorce. 85% of all divorces come from black women in the black community. Then they can get the man in family court, get him child support, takes children away, spousal support, and then she can just go ahead.
So what did our brothers say? 85% of our sisters do get married, but they initiate the divorce. You cannot blame the men for that. Men are trying. Only 15% of them, okay, 15% of men are, it's got to be a little bit more higher than that. But 15% of men are dogs and are cheaters. Why y'all keep on messing with all them people, sis? Why y'all go out there and be messing with the men and they didn't show you their track record? They didn't show you through their own actions of what they do, what they don't do, what they will do. They didn't already showed you that. And you have already seen that they're not good for you, but you trying to keep that thing going because you don't want to submit to a man. That means that you have to follow order and structure.
For any reason to put a restraining order on him and keep him from seeing his children and going on his property anymore for the rest of his life, he ain't done anything wrong except marry her. Then on top of that, she's got the welfare state that'll give her Section 8 housing, EBT, SNAP, free medical care. She just kick him out. She got what she want. Even got no fault divorce.
So with all them incentives, what do a sister really got? You know what I'm saying? With all them different systems that they give to a black woman, you got to imagine, I'm a black man. They don't give us none of that stuff like that. The ones that's working hard and trying and got their kids and they trying to raise, they don't get no help like that. None. But what they will get is an alimony. What they will get is the police called on them. What they will get is them damn divorce papers. You cannot sit up here and refute anything that he's saying about y'all and the things that y'all have already done. You know what I'm saying? You've already done. Then you wonder why it is the way it is now in our community.
He doesn't have to have done anything wrong for you to divorce him. I just don't want to be married no more. So that's why a lot of them run around these hyphenated names now, because, you know, they got one foot in, one foot out anyway. Black woman got what she wanted. And, you know, got gun control. You don't want to defend yourself if you're black in America now. You want to be ducking and dodging and let the drug dealers and everything, you know, control the streets and let the police be able to come in and take everything you want. That's one of the things you need to understand. You look in Iran, and people are asking in America, why did Iranians don't take over their government? They don't have any guns. You complain about the police chasing you, then you give up the power to the police to kill you. And you give the guns away. You call that justice. You got your socialism, that's what you asked for, right? Because that's really what black liberation is. You got your heroes, they let you have them. Who are the black heroes? MLK, Obama, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Dan Crump, Bob Bryant.
Thank you, brother, for your statements that you have put down. Thank you for coming to the show. Let's keep this thing going.
Why did I divorce my husband? I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness. I found myself divorced and out there looking for love in all the wrong places. Fucking this one and that one and that one and that one and this one and that one. And my body count going up and my value going down. I'm just
To be honest with you, sis, from what I notice about our sisters, your sisters, is they don't want to serve God like that. If you don't want to serve God, you really don't want no man like that. I can tell you that right now. The majority of sisters that are born nowadays, I'm not speaking on the ones on the past, but the ones that are born nowadays, they want nothing to do with God because they want to do their own thing. And doing their own thing, they not going to have no man in that. You know what I'm saying? They not going to have a man coming around wanting to be with her if she can't serve God. And that's what I noticed with a lot of our sisters. They do not want to serve God because with serving God comes discipline, comes structure, come ethics. It comes more morals and principles that you live your life on. They don't want none of that stuff. They want to party. They want to shake their ass. They want to have sex with whoever the hell they want to have sex with. Our young sisters are so gone. They think that a baby is a damn bank account. That's what they look at the babies. She said, oh, I have like 5-6 children. And then I get all these niggas for child support and I have some money. That's the mindset of a modern woman, and you wonder why we are in the position that we in now. Am I saying that all black men are kings? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. But my brothers that are. We try. We love y'all. We fight for y'all. We do all kind of stuff. Y'all be having us gone in all these damn positions to where my brothers lose their life every single day trying to fight for y'all. Something that they shouldn't even be fighting for in the beginning, because that sister put herself in that position knowing damn well how crazy that man was. But that's what y'all chose. Let's continue.
Unfortunately, sis, and I know y'all coming to beat me up, and I ain't talking about all us, but I'm talking about the majority. They don't even care about their children.
Black men, they just need to lead, this, that, and the other. Y'all don't want them to lead. You don't want them to lead. What a lot of y'all want, this is what I read between the lines on these forums. You want a man that you want to tell him how to lead you. Well, you're telling a man how to lead you from a woman's point of view, because what you really want, and I've said this before, y'all be wanting weak, beta, limp-wristed men that y'all can control.
Black women.
See, you heard what your sister said? A lot of sisters, they run when they find out the structure that I have, the discipline that I'm already made of. That's too much for them. That doesn't give them the right to roam free and do whatever the hell they want to, because they already messing with a man that got disciplined. Very disciplined, very trained with all my morals and my ethics that fit into my characteristics as a man. So they don't want that, because that doesn't allow them to show their toxicity of wanting to scream and yellow and argue when there's nothing wrong. Want to scream, yellow, and fight and fuss and carry on when there's nothing wrong. The majority of women nowadays, they start a problem in that relationship. I'm just telling you, sis. You know what I'm saying? They be the damn problem. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so used to the toxic behavior that they've been going on ever since they was a little girl dating boys. It is a difference between a boy and a man. It is a difference between a man that has principles and morals to a player. It's a difference in us. Y'all look at the player and think that he a damn man. And then the damn man, you run from them. You run from that. You don't want that discipline like that. You really don't want that in your life, because that means that now you have to follow after the rules of God. The majority of righteous men, my righteous brother right now, they follow after God. Anything God told them, that's how they live in their life. And y'all don't want that. Y'all choose y'all liberation and y'all freedom every single time. Let's keep going.
Trauma. Childhood trauma shows up in general and social ways as well as direct ways. In general sense, Black women and women of color experience trauma directly connected to their self-identity and how they view themselves, just by living in a society that affirms a different standard of beauty that you don't get to fit into. So the white idea and ideal of beauty, the white supremacist mentality that we've all opted into because we are members of this society that says that your hair is not good enough, your complexion is not good enough, your body type is not good enough, play a part in the way that you.
Now we understand that. That's why we constantly tell y'all beautiful, we sisters, we like y'all natural self. We don't really care. Don't get me wrong. You know, it's a time and a place for everything. You know what I'm saying? On those nights, girl, we understand why you want to put on that pink wig. That is exciting. You know what I'm saying? But we understand. We understand y'all. That's why we tell y'all, we love y'all. We need y'all. We don't care about none of that $300, $400 damn wig. Sure, it looks cute and everything, the eyelashes and all that make, but we like a natural Black woman. Natural. And all of her natural. That's why we constantly telling y'all don't even need that. Y'all already too cute. You already too beautiful. You don't need that.
You identify yourself and impact your psyche. And so that is trauma that's happening to you in an indirect way and in a general way, just in your own living and existence. Then, of course, we have the direct trauma that often comes from the adults in your life who are raising you. Often it's mom or dad. You may have a mom wound. You may have a dad wound. With mom wounds, you generally internalize and feel badly about yourself. It shows up as a lack of self-esteem, lack of self-worth, lack of self-confidence. And with a with the dad wound, it generally shows up in the partners that you choose, in the access that you give men to your space, to your overall emotional environment. One of these top 3 reasons that Black women struggle in relationships is picking small-minded partners. You are beautiful and brilliant and smart and successful and accomplished. You have big dreams and big.
But the sisters, they want to be the king on top of the hill, and they want to be able to manipulate the man on making him do any damn thing that she want him to do. It can't work like that. It can't. To have a full functioning, autonomous family, you can't have, the man has to be in control. He has to be in power. But it is said for so many different centuries before we started having this topic, behind every great man is a great woman. Y'all already know that. A man needs his woman, you know what I'm saying? For him to be great and for him to be a part of something greater than himself.
Big goals and big visions for your life, even if you have not achieved any of them yet. But unfortunately, you pick men who do not have the capacity emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, or in any other way to make space for you and to create room for you. And what that does is it causes you to shrink. And you spend so much of your time focused on trying to elevate the man in your life so that you can then elevate, that you have to come down to his level, and you often get stuck there. In order to healthily operate in your divine feminine energy, you have to deal with those first 2 issues. You need to heal your trauma, and you need to be able to attract and pick better partners.
So that's the main, for our nuclear families, you know what I'm saying? If the family is going to continue and be better than what it is now, y'all have to pick better men. Y'all have to act, y'all hold the gates of sex. So any child that's being born in the world right now is y'all creation. Y'all allowed that, you know what I'm saying? And half of y'all are messing with horrible brothers. I'm sorry, the brother, he gonna cheat on you. He gonna sleep with your sister. He gonna sleep with your mama, your best friend. He gonna go upside your head. He gonna steal all your money. He gonna do all of those things to you. But that's what you was attracting, because that's what you wanted. You didn't want the man that was stable. You didn't want the modern, ordinary brother that was too boring for you. You know what I'm saying? That was too boring for you. Now you actually get what you paid for. Y'all got what y'all paid for in these last 30 years on all the stuff that y'all been saying and all the stuff that y'all been wanting. Let's continue. Thank you, sister, with your beautiful lips. You see, your brother Israel, you know what I'm saying? My one brother, he say she a 4, I say she a 7. She look good to me, damn it. But let's continue.
More important, your happiness or your duty in a relationship?
Absolutely happiness.
Okay, and why happiness?
Because if I'm not happy, nobody gonna be happy.
How about you?
My happiness. Because if I'm not happy, then I can't perform my duty.
You see how that's most women? It doesn't matter what color they are. It's most women. What y'all all saying is all about y'all. Y'all haven't made no room. You want a man, but you ain't made no room for him in your life because you too busy thinking about your damn self. You know what I'm saying? And then the men, once more again, half of us are dogs across the board. Half of us are horrible. Half of us are vindictive. Half of us unalive you. So you really got to know, you know what I'm saying? You really got to be dealing with the good man. I only think only half of us are doing okay in life. Far as in will treat you right and be there for you. That other half, that's the half y'all be picking, and it's due because of your happiness. Can't blame that. Y'all can't sit up here and blame all that stuff on us like that. Yes, we make mistakes. Yes, we are at fault at certain different things that we do. My other brothers are horrible when it comes to a family. Horrible when it comes to taking care of their business. Horrible when it comes to doing the right thing for their wife. But that's the man y'all be picking. Once more again, and the man you should have picked, you don't want him. So you get what you pay for.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this, right? Both you ladies work. You're a nurse. And what do you do? And on those days when you're working and you're not happy, do you still continue to do your duty?
Yes.
Ah, you see that, right? So if you're at a job and you're unhappy, but you still maintain your duties, but in a relationship, you're saying, if I'm unhappy, then everybody is unhappy. So let me ask you this. If you're working and you're a nurse, when you are unhappy, are other people unhappy too?
No.
Or do you control control your emotions and don't pour it on other people.
I control it.
So if you can self-regulate your own emotions at your job, why can't you do it in a relationship?
But you the devil. You the motherfucking devil.
Black men.
No, black men suck. They're bad. They're bad. They don't care. I'm with the white boys.
What's your favorite thing about black men?
Not very many meet my standards.
What's your favorite thing about black men?
Nothing.
Even when you just said that, because I'm thinking about the guest that we just had, she admitted that, you know, her father wasn't a productive father, which I guess justified why she is allowed to say negative things about black men.
And do you know how crazy it would be if we act like y'all? Just because we run up to a whore. It took me many a years to not be attracted to a 304. It took me many a years of my life to where I wouldn't be attracted to a hoochie mama. I had to break myself with that. It's the same thing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? To look at a woman, I'll look at the plain Jane girl who go to church. I wouldn't even be attracted to her like that because she ain't popping it like it's hot. She ain't twerking nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I had to come out of that mindset. Do you know how crazy it would be if we thought the way that y'all thought? Just because I have met some horrible black women does not mean that I think that all sisters are horrible. I just know that it's a certain percent of our sisters that I can't deal with them like that. I can't even deal with them like that. So why you don't think it's the same with a man? In this situation, both parties are at fault. All of us. Okay, the good people, the good sisters, they're not involved in this. The good brothers, they're not involved in this. But they still got to pay the damn ticket.
Mass market. You know that. We marketed it as we don't got no power. Black man dumb as a doorknob. When I walked in here, the lady at the front, she didn't even acknowledge me. She didn't say hi, how you doing? None of that. Because it's this fucking demon being possessed, right? Having possession of our women, given to our women from the colonizers. So we not respected. We marketed as powerless. We don't mean that. But I bet you with a white motherfucker would have walked in here. I bet you if a Jew would have walked in here with a yarmulke. How you doing, sir? Because you look down at the floor when a black man walks. You should be happy to see a black man. And we should be happy to see a black woman. We should embrace each other with high regard and stop being conditioned to embrace each other like we don't even fucking matter. Like we don't exist.
Some of us right now, that's how we act. You know what I'm saying? I look at y'all in high regard. I'm treated so messed up over that. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean you want to tell me good morning, Jehosa? What do you mean you calling me queen early this morning time? I ain't no damn king, Jehosa. I'm a sorry ass nigga.
We got to come out of that mindset. You know what I'm saying? Some of us already, we was born like this. I want to love my people. I want to lift my people up. I take pride in my people. I'm honored by my people. But a lot of black folk, they are not. You know what I'm saying? And they look down at other black people and the things that we do. They can't even come out of their comfort zone to submit themselves to another black person. Do you know how hard it is for a black man to submit himself to his damn community and don't have that in recompensance? And then go out there and do that for the next 20 years. And then it still doesn't rub off on our brothers and sisters because they want to walk around with that I don't give a F attitude. I don't got to love you, brother. I ain't got to speak to you, sister. I ain't got to show you no damn respect. That is in our community. But some of our people, they want to keep it going. Now, I hope that I answered the questions that what baby girl was talking about because I was serious in every single thing that I said. I hope you liked the show. If not, oh well. You know, it could be hit and miss. I really don't. I said what I had to say. But peace and blessings be to your night. Glory, glory to the eternal living God. Men and women both going to have to change their mindset on what they want out of each other. And they're going to have to fight for each other. Because ain't no use of getting with somebody if you're not going to fight. You just wasting my time if you're not going to fight for me. And you're wasting my time if you're not going to be there when I need you the most. So it falls on men and women. What can you say? Go ahead and meet me up in the comments. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But until next time, glory be to God. Glory, glory to the eternal forever living God. Blessed be the day that the Lord has made.
You're not going to hit me, though. You're not going to hit me, though. You ain't going to hit me, though. You ain't going to hit me, though. Easy. I'm calling my daddy right now. I'm calling my daddy right now.